And today we have I would say three special guests. The first one will be a couple all the way from Bangkok in Thailand. And the story, it's going to touch you. Definitely. It's definitely going to touch you. And I'm sure it's going to help those people who have similar situations, who will probably be watching right now or maybe later on. And then the second story, we have a wonderful lady, and she's all the way from the United States, Ohio. And so we're going to introduce them separately. So be patient. And first of all, I would like to invite our guest from Thailand. Can you please, together with me, welcome Dr. Boaz Kok and his beautiful wife, Jenny Ruth Kok, all the way from Thailand. Please unmute yourself. How are you?
Hi, how are
And
you
Jenny,
all?
I love your Northern Lights virtual background. Okay. Now, you have an amazing story to tell, Jenny. And as I have mentioned this to you earlier, to me, you are very, very brave woman. Now, for our viewers to understand what you went through, with your permission, we would like to play your video that your husband has kindly put it together so that people can actually understand what you had to go through. So there is also the computer voice, I understand, right? And I hope our viewers will appreciate that what you have done to make it easier for people to visualize and to understand. So is it okay if we play your video?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let's play the video. Well, we apologize. There's no sound, but as you can see from the visuals, we apologize. What Jenny has gone through is I think she's very brave. I mean, she has been very brave to be able to go through, all those things. Now, to help us understand, I think maybe we get them to explain. Would you like me to play the PowerPoint now so that you can explain? All right. So let's. Okay, and here we go. You probably have to unmute yourself, or let me see. Okay. So this is the testimony of Jenny, and it all started recently.
Yes, it started 4th of December
Yeah.
when our cousin sister-in-law invited us to come to office, try Itala Care Pro, try the
Yeah.
Actually, because of my sister-in-law nurse and my symptom, I many problem about my health, and right now I need the sleeping pill every night because of I have the Moyamoya disease. Moyamoya disease is only one of million people you get one, and it's also one part of the stroke and make me headache all the time. When I headache 24 hours, I cannot sleep at all. Then the doctor asked me to give me the sleeping pill, and also after I cut out what they call
the woman thing, especially the fetus, the ovary.
Okay.
that one made me also cannot sleep. I feel hot and cold. Then I wake up around sometimes 11 p.m. or sometimes at 2 a.m. Then I cannot continue to sleep at all. So I need the sleeping pill every night. It's not so good if eat the pill, right?
Yes.
So my sister-in-law invite me to go and try the machine in the office. Then I just go and try, and I feel that I feel my shoulder because I have a forcing shoulder.
Yeah. Frozen shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. For three years already, because I do the brain surgery. Doctor don't allow me to do exercise because my body is weak, and then if I tired, I will be no strength, no energy at all. That's why I cannot move my arm, my shoulder, so I'm pain, and then I become a frozen shoulder. The doctor sent me to do the shock wave and get better. I can sleep in the night time, but it will not recover and continue to pain for 3 years. Until that day, I go and try the Pro. I feel very light and better. And then my sister-in-law asked me to use the premium to try every day. Then back home, I try the premium in the first time, and then that night I go and sleep. I can sleep very well, no need to eat the sleeping pill. Then the second day, I also bowl again before I go to sleep. Then I can sleep very well also. Then I say, wow, so amazing, because before that I don't believe. And not only that, before that, I have a thyroid cancer,
Yeah.
and I
In 2013.
after I do the surgery already, I need to go to take the radio
Active iodine 131.
ID1T1, and
Mhm.
then after that have the side effect. I have the dermatography. It means the skin can drawing a picture or writing the letter, everything what I want to draw, I can draw on my skin. It's like a magic. So to appear to my skin for half an hour and very itchy.
Mm.
And not only that, start from there on, I cannot sweat. I'm no sweat at all. Even very hot, I go into the sun, very hot, I cannot sweat. I exercise for 30 minutes, I also cannot sweat, but it like the heat it inside my body, it really suffer a lot, and then I feel like I cannot take it. Sometimes I feel like, oh, really
Very hot.
suffer.
And
It's inside you, but it's not coming out, right?
not
Yes.
coming out. It's
So
blocked.
what I can do is to cool down my body. I need to go and find the cold water or the ice to
Wow.
drink and biting the ice to cool down my body.
But
Then-
now after using the iTerra Care, you can sweat now, right?
Yes,
Can sweat a lot.
amazing. And you know, when my sweat come out, I'm really happy. And I told my husband,
He said,
you see,
come, see, I'm sweating.
yeah, you know, 10 years now, almost to 10 years, I never have sweat at all.
Wow. That is huge. That is huge. Yeah.
And then for my forcing shoulder is about 7 days, I feel like better and I can raise up my hand. And by now, I'm no more pain at all. 1 month already, so I'm no more pain at all. And then I can put my arm on the back higher.
Yeah. And also this before and after photo, I think I have to
Yes,
show you.
okay,
the,
the
beau-
on the left.
the beauty part of it for a lady, you know, it's beauty. And I can see the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, on the left photo is the first day I start to bowing. I just take a photo because I want to see my hair
Differences.
because I do the
Yes.
thyroid surgery. I want to compare that. If I bow my neck, it will be something change or not. Then can take my bed also, right?
Yeah.
And I bow on my face. It's not for the beauty, okay? I said it for I want to sleep. I want to sleep well. I don't want to eat a sleeping pill.
Okay, so you blow on your face to sleep, but in the process, you look younger, right?
Amazing because my sister-in-law asking me, can you take a photo and you compare before and after? You see what is different? I say, no la, it's nothing different. It's still the same. No, you try first. Then I try. Wow, amazing.
And this surgical wound, right?
Yes, this on the neck.
This is 2013.
Uh-huh.
2013, very long time. She put
Wow,
a
it's been there for a long time. And
Yes,
so you blew on it and
it's slowly gone.
it slowly vanished so fast.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right.
That's amazing. And then here's another one, the skin tag.
What?
Tell us about the skin tag.
The skin tag actually is on the back. I have a skin tag, and then one day I work and I sit down in the office and I feel on the back it's so pain. I use my arm to touch something like when I touch, I really more pain, right? I go back home and ask my husband to take a photo for me. Let me see. Then I saw it like that. I start to continue to growing because I believe in iTerra Care, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe it will be dry or recover and no more pain, something like that. But it's still pain, but the skin tag dry, but still pain. Then for 3 days, I go to see doctor. What's going on my skin? I scared to have a cancer because I have cancer before, right? Then I go to see the doctor. Doctor say, oh, it's okay, no problem. But if you want to cut, I can cut for you. But I say now I cannot cut because I eat the medicine.
They call it blood thinner.
Blood thinner. Yeah.
I need to stop for 7 days first. Then I can cut. Then the doctor say, okay. Then Monday is holiday, so I will appointment you the next Wednesday, so you can start to stop to eat the medicine on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Then, okay, I stop to eat, but I still continue to boing
Mhm.
until Tuesday. Tuesday, I use my hand to touch. Then suddenly it coming out.
It came off.
Yeah. Then
Wow.
oh, I'm so happy. Tomorrow I no need to go to see doctor to cut it out at all because it come out by itself.
No need to operate. That's
Oh,
amazing.
Yes.
operate.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you have a lot to be happy for. And this is such a lovely photo of both of you.
Thank
Wow. So it all basically started with your thyroid cancer. And then from there, you did your radio therapy. And then you got this skin disease that you can write on your skin and it stays with you for like, and then your hormones in your body, I think, has already been affected, and that affected your sleep. Am I right? And then you have to take sleeping pills, and then with iTerracare blowing on your face so that you can sleep better. And it did work, right? And it still does. And in the process, you also look younger,
Right.
and your scar, and you couldn't sweat for 10 years, and now you're able to sweat, and that really is a big relief.
Yes. And
Wow.
I have amazing some more. So because
Mhm.
before I Boeing, right, I heard that the iTerracare can help for the bad situation. I don't believe, and
Mhm.
can help for the cholesterol. I don't believe.
Mhm.
That I bought for 4 days, and then the doctor appointment
You
me
got a
to
CTS
go
scan?
for the blood test because I need to do the brain CTA.
Okay.
Then after the doctor, the nurse
Hook
take
into the needle,
Yeah.
into the arm, immediately can get it. Normally before that, she have to the nurse have to find the vein, and it takes so long to find. It's
You-
almost take 1.5 hour, 2 hour, and there's so many
Wow.
so
you
many
have to go back to the slide again on the blood test.
So let me just recap. Usually, when you do a blood test, they cannot find the vein. They cannot.
Yes.
They don't know where to poke you, right?
Yes.
Both
And
many
sometimes
places.
More than 1 hour, right?
sometimes poop already and the blood come out and then stop.
Okay. So
But
now, after using iTerracare, no more problem with that.
Yeah, and
No
not only
more.
that, the blood flow is like a water, no, very
Wow.
fast, full. Normally it takes quite some time.
Oh, so
Very slow.
usually it was thicker.
Yes.
Usually your blood was thicker. Now it flows.
Yes.
And not only that, she eating the blood thinner, it did not help much.
Okay.
So the blood is still very thick and very hard
Okay.
to find the vein. She also do a lot of hula hoop. Every day she do
Okay.
about 15-minute hula hoop. It still
Wow.
cannot help on the arm and able to find the vein. It's
Well, all I can deduce from this is that the quality of your blood has improved. I'm no
Yeah.
scientist, I'm no, medical doctor, but this is amazing. This is amazing,
And I have I have the Moyamoya disease, right? It
Moyamoya, which is a very rare disease. Yes.
It's called it buff smoke in the brain, which the artery gets small and getting small. When it getting small, you will start to create more branch to support the brain. And if not enough blood to support the branches, it will slowly vanish.
Okay.
So that's why they need to do a bypass from outside, go inside to connect where they're going to vanish so that before there is no blood going into the brain. So
That's why in a video, sorry, we apologize to the viewers. There's no music or no narration. But you can see in the picture in the video earlier, if you can rewind back, there's this tube coming out from your skull kind of thing, right? Yeah, that is what you're saying, right?
That is actually getting it dry. So make sure the brain inside around there is dry. So they wait for the dryness, then they will close up the whole thing, and they will take out. Yeah.
And because of Moyamoya disease, it caused me have headache. And when I'm work and stressful, I will headache. I'm not enough sleep. I also will headache. And on November, I'm very headache every day until I'm so scared. I thinking that I need to go back to do the surgery again to
The
put
time?
the new brush to open my scalp. Oh
That's
no,
that's
I
that's
cannot.
why I said earlier, you are probably the bravest woman that I've ever known. I mean, it's
But
amazing.
the amazing
I'm-
thing is, I use the Iteracare to bow on my on the back here because
On
I'm
my
very
back, okay.
headache.
Yeah.
I'm very headache, right?
Mhm.
Then 5 minutes, the headache is gone. I no need to eat paracetamol. Then the
Okay.
another day, I also headache again. I blow only 2 times only. After that, until today, I no more headache. Never headache.
So, if I may say, your Moyamoya, as what the doctor explained, your husband explained, is that it because it cannot get through, right?
Yep.
So it forms the other
Branches.
branches, so it gets blocked, and
Yeah.
when you blow the Iteracare, and that's why you have the headaches, right?
Yeah.
And then when you blow on it, it goes through, it flows through.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that's where the pressure is no longer there, and therefore you don't feel the headache. Wow. I mean, this is a huge, better quality of life. You know, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear that. And wow, thank you so much for coming forward and sharing your story. And may you continue to get better and more beautiful. Right?
You.
So that your supportive husband, right, will always hold on to you, you know. You're getting healthier and more beautiful. And this is a great story. And really, I wish you guys all the best. And you are also helping a lot of people, but we won't get into that because that will take another 1 hour, I'm sure. You have a lot of wonderful stories. But yes, continue to get healed and also continue to do the sharing and changing people's lives, as what iTerracare has done for you. And as much as this has affected you, it has also affected your husband. And it's always, you know, as a couple, you feel one another. So thank you, and all the very best. And hope to see you all again one day. You can come back with more wonderful stories. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate.
Right. So there you heard it from this beautiful couple from Thailand. And yeah, wow, what a painful experience. Now, more on a upbeat, joyful frequency, right? We have this wonderful guest all the way from the US, and she's none other than Paula Jean, right? I'll call you Paula Jean. How are you? You have to unmute yourself.
I did. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now, Paula,
Good.
tell us about your experience with iTerracare. First of all, maybe you tell us how you got to know about it, what problems you had before, and I'll leave it to you to tell us the story, all right?
Thank you so much, Dr. Ong, for having here today. I'm thrilled beyond. I'm a retired educator. I've taught students from the 7th grade to the university level in the subjects of language arts, theater, and communication. And now in my retirement, I'm a writer and editor, gardener, and a composer and songwriter. And as a writer, I've been working on my memoir. As an editor, I volunteer my time for an international nonprofit organization. I volunteered in the areas of administration, communication, writing, and editing. And for about 5 years, I've had intermittent carpal tunnel symptoms in my right hand, which is my dominant hand, which had gotten intolerable in the last few years. You know, the tingling and the buzzing, the numbness, the scorching hot sensation of pins and needles, and even temporary paralysis. So you think, oh my gosh, is it ever going to wake up? Well, the most frustrating thing is I never knew when I would be able to hold a pen.
Right. So even a simple task of holding a pen it's difficult for you.
My hand would start to go numb. I go, well, I can't write today. And I journal every day too. I have a dream journal I've kept for like 50 years anyway. And then I couldn't sit down just at the computer to type. I never knew when I could be able to garden and, you know, use the shovel and dig my holes for my plants. I never knew when I'd be able to sit down at my piano to play or to compose. I'm a songwriter also.
Wow.
And yeah, it was very frustrating. And with my volunteer work, I had been assigned a lengthy document to edit, and it should have taken me a couple of weeks to complete, Dr. Ong, but instead it took me a couple of months because oftentimes I'd sit down and place my hands on the keyboard and numbness tingling. And I go, not today, not today. So let me interject here. Over the years, I've been trying to be helped in all different avenues of healing. And I have a wonderful pair of chiropractors, their husband and wife team here in town, and I've been going to them once or twice a week for the last 3 years. But anyway, I'd get down there on the table face down and they'd say, turn your head to the left, and I'd go, oh, that's as good as I can do it. But anyway, so you may wonder why I hadn't looked into having the carpal tunnel release surgery before it got so intolerable. Well, I have a blood clotting disorder. I had a pulmonary embolism years ago. I've had 3 deep vein thrombosis, blood clots, requiring hospitalization. I take blood thinner medication. And did I say I have a blood clotting disorder? Yeah.
Yes,
well, anyway, so considering having any kind of surgery was a very serious proposition for me, one which I avoided. But last summer, the carpal tunnel symptoms just became unbearable because I couldn't hold a pen, type garden, and play the piano. So reluctantly, I consulted a surgeon. But first, I had to see his PA, the physician assistant. I wouldn't meet the actual surgeon until a couple days before surgery. Well, the PA got a copy of my nerve conduction study, which had been done like a year before, and it did show mild carpal tunnel impingement on that tunnel. It's, I think, where 7 nerves and tendons go through, and when it gets too closed, you get the tingling sensation. And there was some indication that there was a transfer from something in my neck. And so he ordered an X-ray, and he said, well, I can't see really good, so have an MRI. So let's get a closer look. And it did show, the MRI did show that the median nerve in my neck was pinched from arthritis. And I have 3 types of arthritis. I have psoriatic, rheumatoid, and osteoarthritis. Well, anyway, he explained under normal circumstances, the pinched median nerve in a neck could be released with surgery, but with my blood clotting history, I would not be a candidate. Yeah. However, the PA felt that I would still be helped if I got the carpal tunnel release surgery. So he did schedule me for surgery at the end of August, this was. And I would have to be on what they call a bridge blood thinner, which is a very expensive medicine that I would have to inject into my abdomen twice a day for 7 days before and after the surgery. Well, I got it. My stomach was black and blue. Anyway, it was very disconcerting. And then there was the stress of trying to prepare my life without the use of my right hand for a time. Now, I'm a widow living alone. I have no family living close by to help me, but I do have a rescue cat. And I was thinking, how am I going to open her flip top cans of food if I can't use my right hand? I even tried practicing with my left hand. But anyway, how would I eat? How would I open my tins of my human tuna? I was just so worried about this. How would I be able to put on the knee-high compression stockings that I wore?
Simplest things in life that we have taken for granted. Yeah.
We do. That's exactly right. I'm going, oh my gosh. So, and how would I give the injections twice a day after the surgery? So I finally got to meet the surgeon 2 days before the scheduled surgery at the end of July. August. Okay. And he said to me, oh, Paula, Jean, I don't really recommend you have the carpal tunnel surgery, although you do have mild carpal tunnel, but you're still going to continue to have that referred pain from the pinched nerve in your neck, and you won't be happy. Plus, it will probably take your body 2 months to heal from the carpal tunnel surgery. He said, the bottom line is, Paula Jean, just learn to live with it. Well, although I was immensely relieved not to require the surgery, I would have to learn how to continue with not being able to rely on the ability of my hand to do the things I'm passionate about, my writing, typing, gardening, and playing the piano.
So he postponed the surgery, or what happened?
He said, I don't think you should have it because it won't help, because your really bad symptoms are caused by that pinched median nerve in your neck from your arthritis.
So how did you get to know about iTerra Care that helped you?
Well, that's when somebody said, hey, Paula Jean, you have some concerns about using your hand and stuff, and I don't know if this will help, but you might want to take a look at this. And they weren't really marketing it, so I did some research online and watched my dozens of videos, and I resonated with Renee McLaughlin and called her up and said, I want to buy my wand from you. I want you to be my sponsor. And so got it in the mail. And then I had turned this is part of the story too. I had turned my attention to my varicose veins.
Mhm.
Back in March of 2020, I had seen a vascular surgeon who said I would be a candidate for surgery, and especially to remove the veins behind my right knee. They were very
So
hurtful.
apart from your first problem, you also have varicose veins that you are due for surgery, right?
And so, but he said initially, come back, wear these knee-high compression stockings for 3 weeks, and then come back for a follow-up appointment. But Dr. Ong, this was March of 2020. The very next week, we were in COVID lockdown.
Mm.
So 2.5 years later, I returned for my follow-up appointment, and he scheduled surgery for the end of September. Then my wand came, and we're all anecdotal. It's important that we share our stories. And with there were lots of testimonial photographs of people.
Yeah, I know, in all the PowerPoints.
Varicose veins.
I know.
Some got immediate diminishing of them. Some took a little longer. And
how long did it take you for your varicose veins to be relieved or disappear?
Well, I have to tell you this too. I had been educated by all these wonderful videos. Thank you for all the people that put those on YouTube about how the terahertz frequencies, like our previous guest Jenny said, tend to thin the blood. So being on blood thinner medication, I go weekly to get my INR rate, which is a measurement of how long it takes for the blood to clot. So kind of like thicker, that's my term for it. And so I went in the day before I was going to start my wand, and I took a picture of the little readout. I go once a week. And then my healthcare provider and I decided to decrease the dosage of blood thinner, knowing this was going to happen and I would not need as large a dose, and that did happen. And so then I get the wand, and I was so excited. Here's my wand, and it's the classic one. And I blew the water in a glass, about a minute per glass, maybe 5 minutes for a pitcher of water. And I drank the water a couple cups before, either warm or room temperature. And then I simply turned it on and blew. And where did I blow? Well, Renee gave me this chart, and it's the, let's see, I'm on a virtual background. Let's see if I can get it.
You disappeared, you vanished.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's the pressure,
yeah, we know the 10 steps. Yeah.
the reflexology points. Well, these are for my friends, and I'm going to ask her watch this. And there's 10 points. And so I just used the wand for like 2 minutes. So I would wand my hand for 2 minutes. And I wasn't too concerned about exactly getting it at a certain point. If it was a little too hot, I would just put it further away and I'd keep moving it. And the limbs under the arms. And you can use it on your front, because to get to your back, and because it penetrates 12 inches. So I would wand my neck and my back, and I did that. And the next day, I hadn't been able to lay on my right side for 5 years because of the pinched nerve. So I rolled on my right side to get out of bed the next morning, Dr. And I thought, my shoulder doesn't hurt. It released the pinched nerve that I'd had for 5 years after one application. Renee calls me the one-hit wonder.
Wow.
And I needed to be a one-hit wonder. And then 4 days later,
Mm-hmm.
I thought, you know what, Paula, your legs don't hurt anymore.
Your neck,
Your legs don't hurt anymore.
your
So
legs. Oh, wow.
I canceled the surgery
Mm-hmm.
for
For your
my
varicose vein.
varicose veins
Mm-hmm.
that were scheduled the end of September.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. And you know, I needed this. I'm going to call it miracle because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a widow, and since my husband's passing 3 years ago, he had multiple sclerosis.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of adrift of what to do with my life as just a single person. And I wanted to have a belief that this product would work, because I thought, if this works, I can give my heartfelt testimonial and share it with everybody I know. So I'm so thrilled. I was blessed with that. I really think it was
So,
divine.
guys, if you're watching and you don't have anybody as your sponsor, look out for this, paulajeangreen.com.
Thank you. I would be glad to help
Support
people.
her,
Yes,
right? Yeah, for a
thank
good
you very
cause.
much.
And
Well,
how's your
then-
carpal tunnel syndrome now? I mean,
Well, since the first day, that was 4 months ago, September 15th or 16th.
Vanished, gone, disappeared.
I have not had the severe carpal tunnel symptoms at all.
Wow.
And I don't have to wear the compression stockings, which I about died in the heat in the summer.
Yeah, during summer, I can imagine. Yeah.
I mean, it's awful. And there are some other things. I wanted to give the surgeon the courtesy of why I canceled the surgery, because 3 weeks before I was scheduled to have veins removed.
Yeah.
And so I went back and I said, I want to tell you what happened. And he listened, and he didn't go, oh, that's really weird. You know, they're trained not to react to people. He said, well, I said, look at my leg behind the knee. And he looked and he went,
amazing.
they have diminished. He said, well, that's good, because with your blood clotting disorder, we don't really want to open you up anyway. You have my number.
Wow.
Give me a call.
He didn't ask you how it happened or why.
I wanted him to say,
oh, it's best for you not to go through the surgery. But he scheduled you for the surgery in the first place. He didn't say that.
Exactly. And then I thought, well, he's not even going to ask.
me
about how he can get one, because this could put him out of business.
Anyway, yeah, well, great. I mean, thank you so much, Paula Jean, for sharing your story. I think that about covers it, right? And
well, I did want to say quickly some other benefits I had, if I may.
Yeah, okay, quickly.
Lower dose of blood thinner. Inflammation of my joints has decreased with greater mobility. My fingernails are stronger. I'm actually able to grow nails now, and they're not splitting lengthwise. My skin tags disappeared, like Jenny's. I have tighter skin on the soles of my feet and the back of my hands.
Wow.
And my college girlfriend, who hadn't seen me for months, said, Paula Jean, look at your hands. And I thought she was looking at my big arthritic thumb or something. She goes, no, look at the skin. You've got the skin of a 30-year-old on the back of your hand.
Wow.
Dr. Ong, I'm a great grandmother who's in her mid 70s.
That's a blessing.
I have less hair loss when shampooing. I have better hydration. I haven't used the humidifier at all this winter because my cells are hydrated. I have less stress because it feels like I'm being massaged at a cellular level. I have deeper sleep. I'm so excited. I'm sharing it with everybody. And I want to say that I've discovered a new mission. I have discovered my mission is to bring hope to those that suffer in misery and pain, to bring hope to those that want to improve their health and well-being, and to bring hope to those that want to improve their wealth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paula Jean. I mean, that is a wonderful mission, really. And I resonate totally with you. Wow. Amazing. So there you have it, guys. Pretty amazing stories today. And thank you so much, Paula, Jean, as well as Dr. Kok and Jenny. Thank you so much for coming forward and sharing your stories. And those of you who are watching, sometimes you never know. Just by watching, you feel there's something here and you give it a a shot. And you know what? In the process, you change tens, hundreds, who knows, thousands of lives, because it just gets, shared with people who, as what Paula Jean says, I just want to give people hope, So sometimes we just don't know what to hope anymore when we've been living with a certain illness for many, many years and not knowing what to do, where to go. Right. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, to all three of you. Thank you so much for coming to our live stream. And to all of you who are watching, thank you and see you next week. Bye.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Praif International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Praif International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.